I don't think, but I don't think the Trump administration has any appetite for passing a new climate law. But I think also it's just hard to reach consensus on
Right.
what it should be.
Right.
And frankly, from my experience, we're having the most amazing transition that is taking place outside of government.
Okay.
And my views on this are really changing. Where I mean, I was kind of a diehard regulator
Yeah.
in the 80s and 90s, and that seemed the right way to go. And I'm really enjoying watching the private sector begin to mature
Okay.
about these issues. I think if you took away all the environmental laws today, you would have pretty much compliance with the concepts
Okay.
because I think they're pretty well adopted and accepted.
Do you envision then that will be the norm? And so, we have these conversations. I mean, it's timely, right? We're T+1, quote unquote, Liberation Day when we're recording. And so I've had several conversations of is government, regardless of intentions, just more of a burden, or are they helping? And you're making the argument, it looks like if we got rid of a lot of this stuff, it just best practice would sort of take care of itself.
Yeah, I think there are certain things that we could depend on like that.
Okay.
I mean, it's a heck of an experiment. I mean, you know, regulation is enforceable. So there are boundaries,
Right.
and I mean, and the companies, compliance was the big issue in the 1990s.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we pretty much accept compliance now. I mean,
Right.
most companies are not out of compliance.
Mm-hmm.
They may have a blip here and there, but generally speaking, most companies are trying to comply.
Okay.
And I just think that the mindset I've observed, really probably since 2020,
Mm-hmm.
whenever you had the big push for ESG, environmental, social, and governance types of things within the financial industry, probably was the pusher for a lot of that. Um, the energy transition that is taking place, the international community focused on climate. There's things that have been done voluntarily that are just almost mind-boggling
Mm-hmm.
to an environmental lawyer
Right.
that would tell you, 20 years ago, I'd said those could have never happened without regulation.